They didn't just build buildings. They didn't just pour concrete. They didn't just draw lines on a map. They built an entire city from absolute nothing. Highways designed for millions of cars standing perfectly still. Glass skyscrapers reflecting the sun, but never a single life inside. Shopping malls filled with escalators that have never carried a person. Schools where bells never rang. Hospitals where no one was ever treated. Everything was ready. And yet, no one came. This is not a story about an abandoned village. This is not a story about decay over centuries. This is the story of a brand new city, built for over 1 million people that never became alive. A city that cost $45 billion and failed before it ever began. When the idea was first announced, it was framed as inevitable progress, a city designed from scratch, free from the mistakes of the past. No traffic jams, no overcrowding, no inefficiency. Government officials called it the blueprint of the future. Developers called it a guaranteed investment. Architects called it urban perfection. The message was simple and powerful. This city would fix everything that old cities couldn't. And people believed it because the plans looked flawless. On paper, the city was a masterpiece. Every district had a purpose. Every road had a function. Every building followed a strict logic. Wide boulevards replaced chaotic streets. Symmetry replaced organic growth. Order replaced unpredictability. The city wasn't designed to evolve. It was designed to be complete, instantly. And that was the first mistake. Construction moved at a speed that shocked even industry veterans. Entire neighborhoods appeared in months. Cranes dominated the skyline day and night. Concrete flowed endlessly. Money was never a problem. Public funds were unlocked. Private capital rushed in. Banks issued massive loans backed by state guarantees. Every phase justified the next. Every milestone unlocked more funding. By the time the city was officially declared open, more than $45 billion had already been spent. The buildings stood tall. The roads were painted. The lights were turned on. The city was finished. Life never arrived. At first, the emptiness was explained away. Officials said people needed time to relocate. Developers blamed temporary market conditions. Analysts promised demand would follow supply. Months passed, then years. Balconies were never opened. Curtains were never drawn. Entire residential towers remained untouched. From the air, the city looked alive. From the ground, it felt frozen. A city stuck in the moment before life begins. The truth slowly became impossible to ignore. This city wasn't built for people, it was built for numbers. Apartments were sold not as homes, but as financial instruments, investment units, assets, speculative vehicles. Entire floors were bought by investors who never intended to live there. Some never even visited the city once. Lights stayed off, doors stayed locked. Ownership existed, life did not. Jobs never came either. Office towers stood empty because companies had no reason to move. Retail spaces remained vacant because there were no customers. Services never appeared because demand never existed. Without jobs, people stayed away. Without people, businesses stayed away. A closed loop of emptiness. Journalists who walked through the city described an unsettling experience. Perfectly clean streets with no footsteps. Traffic lights changing colors endlessly for invisible cars. Security guards protecting buildings no one used. Some said it felt like walking through a simulation. Others said it felt like a city waiting for a population that would never arrive. Because this wasn't history. This wasn't decay over time. This was modern and already dead. Behind the scenes, the financial pressure never stopped. Loans still had to be repaid. Maintenance contracts still demanded payment. Security, electricity, water, all still cost money. So more land was sold, more construction was approved, more buildings were added. The solution to failure was more of the same behavior that caused it. Nearby residents watched the city rise and stayed away. Housing prices were disconnected from local income. Living costs made no sense. There were no jobs to justify relocation. The city offered space, but not opportunity. Eventually, the narrative changed. Government officials stopped talking about the project. Marketing campaigns quietly vanished. Websites removed references. The city was no longer presented as a success. It became an uncomfortable reminder. Nature slowly began reclaiming the streets. Grass cracked concrete. Dust covered glass towers. Wind moved freely through empty avenues. A city designed to last generations couldn't survive its first decade. And the money? It wasn't stolen overnight. It wasn't hidden in offshore accounts. It was spent legally, approved, signed, documented. Every decision followed procedure. Every payment had justification. That's what makes this story dangerous, because no one broke the rules. The system itself produced the failure. This wasn't corruption in the traditional sense. It was structural collapse. A system that rewards construction, not occupancy. Growth metrics, not human outcomes. Activity, not sustainability. On spreadsheets, the city succeeded. In reality, it failed completely. This city is not unique. It's a warning about building before understanding, about mistaking economic motion for real progress, about forgetting the simplest truth. Cities are not made of concrete. They are made of people. $45 billion, millions of empty rooms, zero residents. A city that never lived. And just beyond this silent skyline, another monument to ambition waits to be examined. An airport built at record cost, designed to impress the world, and designed to fail. That's where we go next. This is Global Deep Dive, where progress is just the beginning, and the truth always arrives, eventually.